Hey everybody, me again. I've got some post. Let's see what I've got.
The Grey Man does whatever a Grey Man can. Can he make a comic feed? Yes, he can. He just did. Watch now, a video from Grey Man. A video from Grey Man.
It's scissor time. Let's see. Right, this one's got to be one of the journey into mysteries. I think it's journey into mystery. Something to do with mystery. It's got because what it was when I bought the JLA 10 the other day. I knew it was the first appearance of the Necronomicon in DC Comics. I thought I'd pick up the first appearance of the Necronomicon in Marvel Comics. So you know, I can say I've got Necronomicons all over. But this one. Right, now I ended up buying 3 different ones because one I knew one was the first mention of the Necronomicon, one was the first appearance of the Necronomicon, and the other one was just another H.P. Lovecraft inspired story. So I think these are all H.P. Lovecraft inspired stories. I think it's 3, 4 and 5 of Journey into Mystery. The Shambler from the Stars. It lives! The Shambler from the Stars. Pipe down back there, will ya? Nah, it's that weirdo himself Edie's yelling again about how something's coming to get him. Forget him. He'll never be safer than he is right here in jail. I beg to differ. I do not think this man is safe in your custody. I don't think this man is safe anywhere. This man is either going to be ripped to shreds or turn out to be a gibbering maniac in an asylum. Like me. Right, now this is 2 packages from the same seller on Facebook. So far I've had no bad stuff at all with this Facebook selling. Yeah, it's good. It's been pretty cool. I know it's not as safe as eBay, because obviously if someone chooses to rip you off they can, but then saying that, people can probably rip you off on eBay as well if they really want to. I think you got more protection probably on eBay though. But yeah, so far I've had no bad experiences with my Facebook purchasing. Right, so I'll just show you what I got. Oh yeah, this was a batch of JLA. This JLA run, I'll go through them all at the end. I'll just show you. Oh, I had a Fantastic Four. This was a bit of an expensive one. This was £7. This one, whew. But it's Fantastic Four 200. So that's quite a milestone one. Oh yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. Got loads more I've got to get for that run. That's number 50. And a Spider-Woman. Good stuff. Still a fair ways to go on the Spider-Woman run. Right. Yeah, but this JLA one, for some reason, it was really bizarre. When I was going through my comics, I got to the JLA, this Grant Morrison JLA run, and there was massive gaps. And I couldn't work it. I have no idea. I don't know how now. I was like, did I stop buying comics for a while or something? There's like gaps of like, well, as far as I knew, I was collecting. You know, I had it on my pull list, and I should have had them all. But the amount of comics that were missing from that run makes me think, did I stop collecting for a bit or something? I can't remember. I don't remember like stopping collecting for a bit. But then I kind of think to myself, did I stop for a while and then went back to it and I've just forgotten because I've got such a bad memory. But I don't think I saw any like other huge gaps in comics in my comic runs. But this one just had gaps all over the place. So anyway, I managed to pick them up the whole lot now. The rest of the runs basically. About 40 odd were missing from that run. So, JLA. I'll go through them and show you the whole, because I say there's quite a few in each pack. I'll show you all the covers. There you are, so that's what's come. And I'll show you the whole lot of the covers now.
It's quiz time again, people! Now, on their very first panel, who says these words? My moniker's the Shuggy and I run this little operation, along with a dozen or so others. My stick is teaching the teachers, and I've just decided that you and your sleepyhead partners here would make perfect visual aids for my next class. It's one of my favourites, Dumpling. I call it Dismemberment 101.
First off, that beautiful journey into mystery. What a oopsie daisy! It's fallen over. I'm trying to adjust the camera. It's fallen on its face. Right, there you go. Journey into mystery number 3. I actually ordered. I didn't realise I ordered one of these also from my local comic shop. I didn't realise that. It was. I ordered it off their eBay store. I didn't realise it was down until a little while later. I've been in there twice this week. I could have been picked it straight up rather than waiting. And even though he's the nearest, I haven't got his one yet. This is from a different eBay shop, but it will get here eventually. Right, so let's journey into mystery. $50 of JLA. Number 51. 52. 53. See, this is a big gaps where it's ridiculous, right? And then jumps to 59. And I just don't understand why I didn't have them, why I don't have them. I've got them now, but yeah, it's really weird. And 43. 44. 45. 46. Whole storyline's missing. 49. Yeah, this wasn't bad. What I recall of the JLA run. The Grant Morrison can sometimes be a little bit over convoluted. I find I'm like hot and cold with his comics, but I think he sort of reined in his more over convoluted tendencies and his esoteric references and so forth on this run, as far as I recall. Guest star in the Justice Society of America, Crisis Times 5. Yeah, I'm not going to go on about it anymore. It's like, surely if I was collecting them and I must have realised that, well, I obviously didn't realise that I wasn't getting all of them. I don't know. Not very observant, maybe. It's just really weird. That's why I always kind of think, oh, have comics gone missing? Have I got comics disappeared somehow? I reckon there's an other dimensional being that steals my comics from time to time. Yeah, that sounds more likely than the fact that I'm just an idiot who can't keep a track of their comic collection. Yeah, that doesn't seem very likely now, does it? Obviously, it's going to be some kind of interdimensional imp who's been stealing my comic books from time to time. That makes a lot more sense than it just me being a mentally challenged, silly old fart, doesn't it? That makes a lot more sense. Come on, think about it. Oh, I'm actually going to the cinema after this. I'm trying to get this done because I am going to take my aunt to see Captain Marvel. So that should be quite fun. I've heard. I think most of the consensus of what I've seen is that it's okay. It's not the best one ever, but it's all right. It's decent movie. It's not a rubbish movie. I think there's still this controversy about, oh, she said some things which have upset some people, but it's like, seems to me it's just people who like to be upset. I don't know, who kind of look a bit too deep for an excuse to be upset about stuff. That's what it seems to me anyway. Just got, and whatever. If the woman's, Brie Larson made some statements, that's that's her faults, her opinion. She's allowed to have opinions. She's allowed to have faults. Doesn't mean you've got to throw your toys out the pram and try and get the movie not to succeed just because a person has voiced their opinions, unless their opinions are extremely, barbaric or wrong. She's kind of like voiced her opinion that she thinks that it'd be nice if it wasn't only white men coming to interview her. That kind of thing. Which, it's not particularly evil, is it? It's nothing to get your knickers in a twist over. But anyway, a lot of people seem to have done that. Got their knickers in a twist. Anyway, so that's a lovely Fantastic Four 200 there. But yeah, I don't, unless someone's done something really abhorrent, I don't think there's much point in, trying to just make a movie fail. Because what will strike me down as thinking as well is if that movie fails from some concerted efforts by so-called fans, then it may lead to other movies not happening. If this film, I don't think this film is going to be a failure because lots of people are still going to it. But if a film in a superhero franchise was to fail, then it just has a knock-on effect for all other future movies from DC or Marvel. This is why I try not to ever slag a movie off, and it really gets on my tits when people do slag off our superhero movies. Because I remember the dark times when we never got any superhero movies, and we seldom had any decent superhero stuff on TV. So I'm of the mind of support the lot of it. Don't concentrate on the stuff you don't like. Concentrate on the parts of it that you did enjoy. There's never going to be a movie that's 100% what you've envisaged in your mind. There's always going to be things that are not quite how you would have done it, but you're not making the movie. You're just, so try and concentrate on the bits of the movie that you did enjoy, that you do find to be resonant with the character. Anyway, I don't know why I've gone off on that. That's my comics. Cheers for watching, and much love to everybody. I don't know. Can't we all just get along?
Now it's time for the trivia question to be answered. It is, of course, the Taskmaster, who debuted on the very last panel of Avengers number 195 way back in May 1980.